can't believe it. That's Clone Force 99.
This is Wrecker, Hunter, Echo, Tech, and Crosshair.
Oh, I don't have a cool send-off. This is embarrassing.
Obviously, we are different.
We're all you're getting.
Ha! We're all you need!
They call themselves the Dad Batch.
Experimental Unit Clone Force 99. The defective clones with desirable mutations.
This is one meeting I don't want to miss.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dad Batch Podcast, episode 143. My name is Stevie Kicks, and I am one of your 5 hosts today. And with us, as always, the other Dad Batchers, your space daddies. First up, you know him as the internet's left coast Avenger. We know him as Dadpool. It's Luke Yates. What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Chilling, man. Good to have you back.
Yeah. I've been a rambling man last couple of weeks, so
Nice.
stoked to be here with y'all.
Well, you're back home now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
back home this week, and then off to Cali in 2 weeks for like 2 weeks, which is gonna be crazy. Right up into San Diego Comic-Con.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Next up, specialty costume manufacturer, painter, and galactic arms dealer. It's John Rodriguez. How are you, man?
Heyo. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Did you finally get your background not mirrored? Am I seeing that right? Put up your right hand. No, it's still mirrored. Dang it.
Damn it.
How you doing, man?
I'm in a mime universe.
How are you?
Anyway, fine. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Next up, the 6-time commanding officer of the 501st Legion's Southern California Garrison. It's Rami Shanaday. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's been extremely hot in Southern California.
It has.
And then we
Hotter
had like
where you're at.
Yeah, there's a fire like right across the freeway from me.
Hey.
That's hot.
So we've been
Go make some s'mores.
we've been on evac notice. We've just been waiting for the evac notice, but thankfully the
Oh man.
Cal Fire?
Cal Fire, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Cal
the
Fire
wind-
got it under control.
But where you're at, the wind never blows in the direction that would carry the fire from where it's at towards you. It's always blowing south where you're at. It comes down off the mountain through your area and then towards the freeway instead of the other way.
Wind blows, my friend. Wind blows.
Yeah,
proof.
well,
Half
that is true.
proof.
Always where you're at.
And finally, the traveling man in black himself. It's Brian Cook.
How's my sprinkler?
What's up, man? Happy
A
birthday.
little rusty.
Thank you. It's actually tomorrow, but close enough.
Well, when this
We are-
pod
We're
comes
not
out,
recording. Yeah.
2 hours away. So thank you, sir. Another year around the sun. Or the earth, whatever. However that saying
The
goes.
sun.
How old were you when you
Earth.
stopped counting, Brian?
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
I just don't count in general.
So you're 400 years. He's like the Highlander. The only way he goes if you chop his head off. That's the only way.
I have been in this fight since I
Otherwise-
was 6 years old.
He's immortal.
Brian, just so you know, Rachel gave you $10 to go spend.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you.
Oh,
thank
what? Road to Force meal?
to spend at San Diego Comic-Con.
you. Rachel, go ahead and make a felt cowboy hat for that Deadpool costume. And
No, she has a green hoodie on it, remember?
that too. Green hoodie.
Done.
felt hat. You're gonna need a robe
Green
for
jacket, double
Steven.
jacket,
You're gonna need a gas mask.
Needs a gas mask.
A mini.
You got to
gas.
start building some accessories for this Muppet.
Oh my god, a wardrobe.
Workbench is gonna be fun today with all of our Comic-Con shenanigans. How's everybody's week been? I feel like we haven't all been on in the pod on the same time for like forever.
Yeah, it's kind of been like that, huh?
Because like everyone except me and John you guys are all traveling all over the country.
Yeah.
Me and John are just chilling at home.
Dude,
Lucky dogs.
I try my best not to miss any episodes. The only ones
Thank
I ever
you.
missed were when I was doing background stuff.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Consistency.
Everyone tries, but I'm not
John just
whatever.
tries more.
Wait, I think I missed
Try
one last
harder.
month.
You were sick though. I remember
You did.
you were not feeling well.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we, like I said, it's just been super hot, but we've been, I've been like still doing the
Cool story,
backyard
bro.
stuff. So,
How's the sunburn?
it's still
Better?
peeling. It's peeling now, but no more pus. So that's good.
Oh, God, that's right.
nice.
I haven't been on
You were
since
pussing?
Steven has had his like 2 injuries. I missed the pod where you like spliced your finger off, and then
Oh,
I missed
yeah.
the
Oh, on
pod
the
where
other
you were
side?
talking
Yeah.
about your blister body.
Yeah.
Wait, so
From a
you got
sunburn.
blistered up? I thought you were just sunburned. You were like really, really bad.
2nd degree burn, dude. Blisters
That's
everywhere.
gnarly.
Were you shirtless during the day, or was
No.
it just your neck?
Just
like
my
the top of
neck.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
Oof.
You know what it was? I bought one of those stupid shirts from Japan.
Was it
You
low
know-
necked or something?
You know, like,
Or like-
you know how the celebration gave you a free shirt, or not a free shirt, but if you got your badge early, you could go buy one of those like pre-registration shirts or something. It
Mhm.
was something super lame.
The ones that they
Any-
like printed on demand or whatever.
Yeah.
You actually waited in a line for that? The line was
Yeah.
ridiculously long when you were doing this.
Come on, man. I don't wait in line. I didn't wait in line.
Yeah, I didn't wait in line.
Anyway, so I got one of those shirts, but the collar on it is like super big.
Big.
Oh,
Oh my god, dude. I
So-
get it.
Yeah.
just start
anyway.
wearing turtlenecks, dude. Solve the problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
while
I
you're
did.
building
I did.
outside.
But you know what? What I did this weekend, I took the boys to the pool, and I put a proper amount of sunblock,
SPF.
SPF 2000. But anyway, so I took the boys to the pool, and man, it's just so crazy because it's like last summer, my eldest, he was like just could not swim for crap, and then he just touches the water this time, and all of a sudden he's a pro swimmer.
He's Aquaman.
Yeah, I'm like, what the
Sick.
heck, dude? He's like, don't follow me, Dad. I'm going to the deep end.
See ya, pops.
Don't follow me.
Don't follow me, bro.
Cool story, bro. Don't drown.
Yeah, so that was fun.
So good.
Do you guys have
It's
pools?
summer, dude. It's popping. I have a lake across the street.
Oh, you have a
and it's
lake.
90.
How often?
I got
how
a lake
often do you
pretty
take a
close
dip?
by. I'm on a hill. We
when-
don't have a pool in my area.
I don't have
Oh my
a
God.
pool. I have a mini kiddie pool. Mini like I don't know how tall it is. It's like
Yeah, we got a
10
kiddie pool
dollars
for
or-
sure. The kiddie
We-
pool
we-
is clutch on those hot
we splash
days.
around in that. Yeah, I put
Yeah.
my ankle deep in that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just went last weekend and then this past weekend for the first couple times out, took the boat out and
Dude, that
got
thing
out
looks
and
so
floated,
fun.
and it's like the water is usually like in the 80s around this time of year,
Oh
but
my
it's been,
god.
you know,
Come
Steven
on.
talking about it being hot. It's been like 100 and humid for like 3 weeks now. There's been like
Oof.
thunderstorms every night. But the lake's like 90. It's like bath water. It's been
Don't go
Wow.
getting an amoeba up your
nice.
brain, dude.
Your
That is
brain?
Warm water
possibility.
amoebas.
It's brewing
is a
bacteria
possibility.
and things.
So we go out there and we float. So like, you know, like a noodle, or I always take my life vest and I turn it upside down and wear it like a diaper. And then you just float.
And you just sit, yeah, you
And you
chill.
just sit
Just
there
out
with a
there with your
beer
noodle floating.
and just hang. Yeah, noodles floating. But it's funny
Noodle
because
out, beer out.
there's like a
Noodles
ton
up.
of there's a ton of fish, like little perch and stuff. And
Ooh.
if you have like
Mm.
moles on you, they'll like come up and like bite them. And you'll be you're chilling. You're like you're all
Skin tag
hanging out with
repairman.
your beer.
Oh.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah,
you're
they're
like
like,
hanging out with your beer, just chilling, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, what the heck?
What the hell?
No way.
So funny.
Little piranhas.
Yeah. We've been in like full, like, because it's just been so hot, and then the thunderstorms build up, and then like every evening it starts raining. And I was on the road last week and got caught in probably some of the like gnarliest thunderstorms that I've been in, where everyone on the interstate just like almost comes to a stop. They all turn their hazards on, like your wipers are on full blast, and it doesn't even matter. You can't see like 10
gotta
feet
go
in front of you.
5 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's like everyone will just slow down to like 20 on the interstate with their hazards on and just follow each other and hope someone doesn't go off the road.
Just go slow, yeah.
You literally can't see. Like some people just stop. They'll just like pull over and just stop on the side of the road, which I considered doing, but I was like, I'm too tough for that. I'm going.
Scary.
I can do it. But yeah, I got caught in a couple of those. It was kind of crazy. But that's summertime. That's summertime in the South, baby.
Summertime.
I'm gonna be on that lake all week for the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Bless America. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're muted. Steven.
Muted.
The host is muted.
Anybody got plans for the 4th? This long weekend?
What I just said?
Just the basics.
Floating in
Yeah,
the
Other than you.
Picnic,
He just
picnic
told you his
fireworks
entire
stuff
plan.
with the kids. Yeah.
Fireworks.
Just some local.
That's like a diaper.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna take Brian's advice and do the diaper life vest.
Yeah, we actually have a
Down the
house, like where our boat's parked, right around the corner from where the boat's parked. There's this like big fancy like mansion on the water, and they do like a professional like $20,000-$30,000 fireworks thing, and they're doing it on the 4th. So we're gonna just take the boat out and just go stop right there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That sounds
dude.
that sounds
Nice.
awesome.
That's so fun.
Awesome.
What about you, Steven? What are you doing for 4th?
I don't think the barbecue is going to be ready. So
What?
I do know that Friday night we've got tickets to go watch Jurassic Park. Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Oh, nice.
So the kids are super excited for that. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I want to go see F1.
Ooh,
wanna see
I
that
saw
too.
F1.
Is it good?
Oh,
Is it
my
good?
goodness. So I'll give you 2 reviews. As an F1 fan, I'd say it was an 8 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
As a movie fan, it was like a 9 out of 10.
Oh,
Sweet.
It
heard
was
good
like
things.
it was like watching it was very reminiscent of Days of Thunder.
Oh,
Um,
with TC, baby.
Heck
But
yeah.
That's how they bring back Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
what
Drop
I,
that hammer, Cole.
what I really love
Dude.
about this movie is that it's, even though it's called F1 the movie itself, the story is not about F1. It's about the main character, Brad Pitt.
Mm.
And then, so without giving too much away, by the end of the movie, you're still following his character, even though it's no longer F1. Which it's kind of like, okay, they're setting this up for not just a sequel, but they're setting this up for like
F2.
the universe, right?
Wow.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there's absolutely like no reason that part 2 could not be Brad Pitt versus Tom Cruise. Like Tom Cruise
Cole Trickle.
yeah, like bringing his character back. Like they could totally absolutely do it. It's
Wow.
yeah.
Dude, I want to see it. Yeah.
Is it a true story or is it like a
no. It's
fictional?
completely fiction.
Mhm.
Tons and tons of cameos in this movie, not just by F1 drivers and crew, but just by like just anybody in Hollywood who would be into F1. I guess they actually filmed so they took 3 years to film this movie because they had to go to every live race.
Wow.
And then they would film before and after the race.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they would like tell the crowd, okay guys, we're gonna shoot something for like 15 minutes. We need everybody to cheer. And
My buddy is the guy that made the crowd cheer. He
Oh,
was
cool.
the second AD on this movie.
There you go.
Dominic.
Another fun fact. My buddy who I've talked about before, who does all the like aerial photography
Drone
for a
stuff,
bunch of
yeah.
movies. I've talked about him. He's worked on Marvel stuff. He's worked on Top Gun, whatever. He just posted that they did that, and he posted like a behind the scenes where they're like in a helicopter flying over the cars racing, and they're like filming. Like, it was pretty sick.
Yeah,
Is
there's
it,
a lot of shots in this movie that you could tell it was just like essentially like a Go or probably an iPhone because it's an Apple movie that they just stuck on like the body of the car and they just filmed it that way.
Funny.
Yeah.
Cool. How is it like age? I'm sure it's PG-13, right? But is it like super? Well, pardon the pun, but like racy in any way, or like a lot of cussing, or?
Take your kids, take your boys, dude.
Yeah, my
dude.
oldest is a big F1 kid,
Ziggy's gonna go crazy.
Yeah. We've already seen like the trailer for it, and he wants to see, but I just wasn't sure with language and.
I mean, there's adult language, but it's not like over the top.
Yeah,
so.
that's okay.
And I think there's like one intimate scene, but they don't show anything. It's all suggested. So
okay, cool.
They'll just get weird and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't know what to look at."
Look at that!
Look your eyes, son.
Yeah. Look at those sconces on the wall of the theater.
Hey, May with the super chat. Happy birthday, Brian.
Ew.
Thank you, May.
Yeah, I will tell you though that even though this is an Apple movie, like, so it's going to come to Apple TV probably in like 2 weeks or something. This is a movie that's definitely worth watching it in IMAX. The Skywalker Sound did the audio mix for this movie and the sound effects, and you could tell like cool. it is really, really, you feel like you're in the car.
I had a buddy that saw it in one of the 4D theaters where the seats move and there's like smells and
air
sounds and all
stuff.
kinds. Yeah. He said it was fantastic that way. So that'd be cool to.
I imagine it just smells like burnt rubber the whole time.
You just come out with a massive headache.
All the chairs just vibrating.
There's just a guy from the theater spraying WD-40.
Oh my gosh. I forgot what movie I saw in 4D. It was like when 4D first came out. And
I saw The Force Awakens.
You know what? I think it was Force Awakens. Yeah.
Cool.
And it was sick because when the TIE fighters, when the X-Wings were flying down, when they were invading Maz's castle, right? When they were flying in over the water, I just remember like it was like the chair was moving and there was wind in your face. And then when they went down low over the water, they sprayed.
It goes in your mouth. Face. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Cause like, I was like, yeah. And with my mouth wide open, all that water went in my mouth and I was like,
where's this water coming from?
Nate just said, did you smell the lightsaber? I was like, no, but they did have heat. Like when all the Kylo things with the lightsaber, like the heat came off of it. Yeah, it was cool actually. That was my first time going to 4D, was seeing that movie, and it was awesome.
All right, guys. Speaking of movies, let's go ahead and check out the box office top 5. So in first place this weekend, we had F1, the movie, with a weekend gross of 57 million and a total gross of 73 million. How to Train Your Dragon, it dropped down to the number 2 spot. Third week out. It got 20 million this weekend, brings its total gross to 208 million. Elio, a favorite of John, for the second week out, it's dropped to 3rd with a weekend gross of 10 million, brings up its total gross to 46 million. And let's see, Megan 2.0. I didn't even know this came out this week. It got a weekend gross of 10 million with a total gross of 13 million. They're probably not going to make a Megan 3.0. I'll tell you that.
Heyo.
And then for its second week in theaters, 28 years later, brought in 9.8 million for a total gross of 53 million. So that is the top 5. Yeah, F1 came out swinging.
I can make a recommendation too. People watch F1 and they get super into like the racing thing. On Amazon, there's a documentary on Dale Earnhardt that is really awesome. Dale Earnhardt's like Jesus around here, but the story of what he went through to get to be the great that he is kind of, it's literally like a movie, like the wins and things that he did.
He was an IndyCar driver.
Stock car, NASCAR.
NASCAR. Yeah.
Yeah, NASCAR. But the story, it's more of the story of it. It's like there's all these crucial like races and things that happen. Then even after he passed and his son and Dale Jr. like took on, there's like things that happen that are just like literally like it's out of a movie. Like it's cool. It's really, really cool. It's very well done documentary. So
is it
it's
Netflix,
a little,
you said?
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Yeah.
Amazon. Yeah. Amazon.
Cool.
Because Amazon's showing like NASCAR now. So
cool.
Yeah. It's been getting popular. So, but
when Dale Earnhardt died, let's see, what is that? 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
mm-hmm.
So that was kind of like the peak years of my dad's collectible store.
Nice.
And he already had like this whole section for Hot Wheels and NASCAR and all that stuff. So like, yeah, when he died, it was such a hit to the industry, and it's and all these NASCAR guys would like come into our store just to commiserate with each other.
Yeah.
And I remember this one dude, he was like one of our like best customers. He was like, he'd always come in with like everything Dale Earnhardt had out. Wow. Right.
Yeah.
And so he comes to the store one time and he gets the number 3 tattooed on his neck. Okay.
No way.
Like a big old 3 right here.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not done. And we're like, okay, cool. Comes in the next week, he branded it.
Oh my God.
So he had this giant 3 branded on his neck.
Just bacon on his neck.
I mean, a brand would hurt anywhere in your body, but on your neck, what the F?
Little much.
Oof.
That's excessive.
Yeah.
Back in 2014 and 15, wild. Dale Jr. was driving car number 88 was for the company that I work for. Like we had the car at work, like it had our logo on it and everything. We've got the jumpsuits hanging in the office and everything.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
So he was around the office every once in a while.
It's a super cool story, man. I definitely recommend it. And Luke, I mean, they might get bored through kind of like the family stories,
but interview kind of part stuff.
There's a ton of racing in it, and I mean, the dude was a goat, dude. He was like Jordan or Kobe. It was
for sure. We've watched some Earnhardt clips for sure. Yeah. Ziggy's got an Earnhardt shirt.
I think I found it.
Got an Earnhardt shirt too. So
I think I found it. It's called Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Shag and bake, baby.
I don't know what to do with my hands. What's that one? He's all me hong mao, prune candy. That movie's so good.
That is one of the greatest.
I love that movie.
Oh man,
I'm the best there is. Period. I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Dear sweet baby Jesus.
Dear 8 pound, 3 ounce.
Dad Batch, a Talladega Nights podcast.
There you go. Anybody else watch anything recently? Maybe a TV series or a
I finished Righteous Gemstones. That was stupendous. So
I did finish something up today, actually.
What?
Which we can maybe get into a little bit later in more detail. But I watched the last episode of Ironheart today.
Did you watch the other ones?
The last episode.
The last episode of Ironheart today.
I saw the last episode today too.
Last episode was great. What are you talking about?
It was cool. It was a good last episode.
Poor Nate. He still has to finish Ironheart.
Dude, have you seen the last episode?
Last episode.
I almost watched it before we potted, and I just didn't have time.
It was a good last episode.
It's very great last episode.
So before we get into the show, so we're gonna have our weekly workbench this evening. We've got some Echoes HoloNet news, and then we'll finish it up with some Marvel Minute, where we're gonna talk Ironheart spoilers.
Yes.
But before we get into all that, guys, I have a new track I want to drop for you
Let's
guys.
go.
Oh,
Is there a video to go with it?
whoa!
Not
what?
yet. I will make one.
Heck yeah.
Actually, I'll get Luke to make one.
Yeah. Put me on.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach.
AI daddy on it.
Yo, it's the Dad Batch, tools in the stash. Walking workbench, panels finna clash. Craft cap, King Steven with the mask. Catching knowledge drop, leave the freaks in the past. Hit the pedal, walking workbench grind. Building futures, one design at a time. Blueprint flows, no assembly line. The Dad Batch podcast, where legends combine. Saws and drills, the beat so ill. Armor sharp, precision with skill. Step in the room, feel the thrill. Creativity sparking dreams to fulfill. Scraps the shine, it's the artist.
We gotta do this live.
Yeah,
We gotta perform it.
Live performance at Comic-Con?
As Deadpool.
Milli Vanilli the heck out of this.
Oh, is this our intro music for the pod? For the panel?
Yeah.
No assembly line. The Dad Batch podcast, where legends combine. So tune in now, don't miss the spot. Walking workbench,
Are we just gonna play the whole thing?
Yes. The Dad Batch fans give them all they got.
It's like a 3-minute song, though.
Good. This is good. I've never heard this. Yeah, we've never heard this.
That was our
Dude.
walking workbench. Oh wait, there's
Dude.
more.
There's more. It keeps going.
Panel walking workbench grind. Building futures, one design at a time. Blueprint flows, no assembly line. The Dad Batch podcast, where legends combine. So
Dead.
now, don't miss the spot. Walking workbench, the pedal
I guess you have a sweater. I'm getting too hot.
It's only half over.
Dude, next to the Marauder song, that hits, dude.
Bro.
Steven's like DJ Khaled at this point.
That
dude.
slaps.
Another
Holy
one.
smokes.
He dropped that in the group chat earlier. You guys could have listened to it.
I didn't.
I did listen to it, but I put it on 2 times the speed, and I didn't listen. So I didn't like listen to it, but it was like sped up, and it sounded insane.
Luke suggested that, and I did the same thing. I didn't even
It
listen to
sounded
it.
kind of
regular.
sick. sped
It sounded
up.
great in 2 times.
Okay, who's bringing the
Sounded
speaker?
like some
to
rapper from
Comic-Con,
the
dude?
UK sped up. It was crazy.
Who has a speaker, dude?
Oh
just gonna-
my god!
Steven,
All right,
bring your
Raymond,
boombox.
We all have speakers. I'll
Raymond,
bring
hit
your
us with
Joker
that SDCC copy.
All right. So the Friday at San Diego Comic-Con
Vapors.
from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. in room 7AB, the Dad Batch Podcast Walking Workbench. So Stephen, John, Brian, Luke, Joe, and me, we're going to dive into the cosplay scene at Comic-Con. We're going to bring the costuming community together to share tips, tricks, encouragement for costume builds from all around the con. We're going to be scouring the con for not just the best of the best, but also the most creative, innovative, skilled, and funny cosplay. It's not just about finding the best looking costumes, but if we see something that catches our eye and we can tell that something extra creative went into building that costume, or the maker did something extraordinary to pull off a detail or effect, those are the people we want to be talking to. And those are the tips, skills, and makers we want to help bring to you, our audience, with our Walking Workbench events. So again, come find us in room 7AB on Friday from 8 to 9 p.m. as the Dad Batch Podcast brings you the Walking Workbench. So that's it.
I'm
So
sorry.
that's
When is that? When is that again, Raimi?
Friday at San Diego
Friday?
Comic-Con
Friday.
from
So
8
the
to
Friday of
9.
Comic-Con.
Right, the Friday Comic-Con, right before we head on over to Mosh Isley.
Oh, we're gonna bring a caravan over to Mosh from our.
That's
panel.
right.
We're gonna
That's
right.
bottleneck that in.
We're like the Mosh Isley pregame.
Yeah, pre-funk,
Mm-hmm.
pre-funk with us, and walk over. I heard John's note last week too about the invite to any fellow Deadpools in our listening audience,
Bring
as well
in
as any that we find
everybody.
at the show to invite to
Come
our
to us.
panel, and then
We've got a rather large core going.
we sure do.
If you
Come to
want it,
us.
if you want to do it, feel free. It's the more the merrier. The more.
Come to us.
Write up that invite, Luke, and I'll post it in that Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
in
Good
the
call.
research.
Okay, I'll make a flyer
Yeah.
on it.
Oh my god,
Uh,
we're gonna
on it.
crash that.
I mean, if
party.
only we had artwork to go with that.
Where will we find artwork for it?
what was I gonna say? Oh, so I actually had a couple of vendors reach out and they want to be part of the weekly workbench or the walking workbench. So,
No way.
Okay.
you know, if anyone attended our panel last year, you'll know that we had some vendors appear and show off some of the stuff that they worked on specifically for Comic-Con exclusives,
Heroes and Villains,
or
Jazzwares.
So yeah, we've got vendors hitting us up if they can come talk at our panel.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Nice.
And I'm like,
Awesome.
I'll see if we can pencil you in.
Brought to you by
We've got a very stringent vetting process. We'll have to.
Oh,
we'll have to think it over.
E6000 would be a sick
Yeah.
sponsor.
We got to see the quality of their. Yeah.
What do you guys prefer, E6000 or Zapagap?
Zapagap.
Zapagap.
I mean, Zapagap always. That's number one.
Depends
I'll
on the
have the
application,
basics.
but
Zapagap
usually
flexible?
Zapagap.
Is Zapagap
No.
flexible?
It's brittle. It's brittle.
No, it's brittle. Brittle.
Yes.
AF.
It
I'm
depends
gonna go
on-
E6000. I'm gonna go contrarian here.
John said it does depend on the application, but
Yeah.
E6000 is the most versatile. But I tend to use Zapagap CA glue.
You
I
use
hate
Zapagap for
waiting
most
for
more,
E6000
more
to cure,
things.
though.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience
You-
for E6000.
It has its specific
Yeah.
uses,
It
but
does.
Yeah.
Zapagap is just instant. Bah.
Yeah, it's instant gratification for sure.
Especially if
Oh,
you've
we're
got the
definitely
kicker.
going.
We got to
Yeah.
get some glue sponsors.
The
That would be
kicker,
so cool.
the zip kicker. That's
Don't sniff it.
that's my nerd.
You just
colon
like
right
smelling
there.
it.
It does smell.
That was Brian's nickname in high school. Zip kicker.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to stop sipping glue. That's airplane, right? Wasn't that airplane? When he's all, I picked the wrong week to
Zip
stop
kicker.
sipping glue. And he-
All
Dude,
right,
we're
everybody,
going to Mosh in Deadpool.
thank you, everybody,
100%.
tuning in.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Dad Batch Pod. That's all one word spelled out. Dad Batch Pod.
This garbage is nothing like clone armor.
Looks a little tight on you, old man.
Yeah, at least I know how to wear it.
That's right, everybody. It's time for the weekly workbench. All right, gentlemen, who is working on what? You know, before we continue, I just want to say I've actually never watched the intro for that for the workbench, and I just noticed on there that Brian was heating up his crosshair shoulder.
Yeah.
He's heating it up with a heat gun, and you can literally in our intro you can see it like forming like a straight line as it's melting to the table.
Yeah, it's going.
Oh,
We've
That's pretty cool.
we've literally played that at least 143 times, and you've never watched it.
Yes.
Minimum.
That's the first time I watched it. Sorry.
You made that bumper.
It's also in the beginning of the show.
That's true. That clip is in the intro, I
The same
think,
clip is in the beginning, yeah.
which you
I need
also
to do
made.
that to my.
Which you also
Yeah.
did.
I need to do that to my baby knife because my baby knife melted because it's been so hot in my garage.
oh my god.
It's like curved like this.
Am I at first?
Oh,
Okay.
it's curved. Huh?
No. Never mind.
Okay. Captain Silvo, who is hiding on the mannequin behind me here, he is done. He will be coming to San Diego Comic-Con.
He has no head.
He has no head because the head is actually on the stand next
It's
to
on.
him.
It's on. Raimi's
Oh
body.
my gosh. It's shiny.
Wow.
So
Sorry,
helmet-
listeners, that you need to see that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the helmet.
audio listeners. Raimi is
helmet-
showing off his Captain
Oh,
Silva
yeah,
helmet.
got the Captain Silvo helmet, which is the helmet that you see Jod
Oh my
Nala
god.
wearing
dude.
in the show. So
Shot on the wood.
yeah, so this is there's like 4 base colors here, not including the Illumoluster. So there's like a
dude.
silver that's up here that's like kind of like a brush silver. There's the gold here, like a gunmetal, and then this is like there's 2 colors oversprayed over top of each other here to arrive at this like greenish gray, because there is no metallic greenish gray that I could find. So I had to like buy 2 colors. I bought like the silver that I thought was, or the gray that I thought was close, and then a green that was the right shade, and just kind of kept misting over each other until I got what I thought looked good. And then this is a Lumoluster with like the gold Copic ink.
You did the
sprayed
Copic
over
ink.
it.
Have you done that before?
That's I had done it once before. The pink Mando helmet that the Mando Foundling helmet that Indy Speeder has, that's
Yeah.
pink Copic ink sprayed over a Lumoluster
Oh,
that I
cool.
had done.
Wow.
That Copic
So-
ink's cool, man. I tried it
Yeah.
because of John's recommendation on Tori's armor helmet, and that stuff's awesome.
Yeah,
It is
if you look like in places like here and around the edges where I had done like I kind of sprayed it a little heavier on purpose, and it almost turned it a little brown, because that's like how it is on the helmet, and so it got like darker on the sides and added some extra color there. So there's
grainy. That thing is crazy, dude.
Yeah, this helmet's sick. I love it,
and that's on video. Like, I mean,
it looks amazing.
Golden
on
Age
video.
Deadpool is amazing, and this is like blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, that is so good.
Oh no, you have headphones on.
Well, I got the headphones on. I mean, I put it on, but
yeah,
it
just slips on?
Let's see that.
Oh, glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
dude.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude,
that looks so good.
That's so good, dude.
Rad.
Oh,
sheesh.
He still can't hear us, but very cool.
I
got
kind of hear you.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you on that on that upper part of the lid.
Yeah.
So, and this
The
might
hat
be like
portion.
a round table. This might be a round table, just workbench question in general, like just to get some feedback from y'all. Masking something like that.
Yeah.
Like
I spent all day like masking this thing off. It was a nightmare.
Yeah. So like,
That's
okay.
fun.
So just for our listeners and anybody that's like looking to like mask off something like this, like what's your best like recommendation for when you mask something to do one color? How long do you like to wait before like it's cured, before you feel like it's safe to put tape over the top of that paint?
It depends on the product. So
Yeah.
the different paints,
paint,
different paints so faster.
Okay.
So I was using Montana, and it dries pretty quick.
Sure.
So if I was using Rust-Oleum, I would have to wait a solid day at least. So it just
Okay.
depends.
Yeah.
I have a tip on that too. When you are masking something that's already been painted, I always take the tape and I stick it on my shirt first.
Yep.
Ooh.
And then take it off because it like reduces
Reduces a little.
I do like
a little bit.
Oh
6
my
strips
God,
on my
that's
shirt.
brilliant.
Yeah, I have 6 strips on my shirt, and I just go and use those.
I have never thought that. That is
so
brilliant.
it's less tacky, so you don't rip the paint up as
I've been painting and masking stuff for low 20 years or whatever, probably, and
never done
I have and still to this day and consider myself.
I might have gotten that from you, Brian.
You know,
Hold on.
experienced
I have a
enough,
question about everyone's masking tape. What? I'll ask Rami first. Rami, what's the color of the masking tape you use?
Blue, but I get special. So I have.
Blue.
Hold on.
He said
hold
blue.
on.
He said blue.
You said blue. John,
Blue.
Brian.
If it's a fine line like that,
Just say the color.
Just say the color.
I'm gonna use green.
Okay,
Oh.
Luke.
Okay.
blue.
Mine's neon green.
Ooh, a frog tape.
Frog tape.
No,
Frog tape.
Amazon, whatever. Rami, I think you were gonna say why.
So I have, and it's a coincidence that I have blue this time, but because I buy pinstriping tape, and so
Which
I
is
buy a
always
set.
green.
It's not always green because I've got blue this time.
I have yellow.
The one that I
pinstripe
bought had like
tape.
6 colors you could choose from. I just happened to pick blue this time. It comes in a pack that's got like 4 or 5 different thicknesses, and you use the right one depending on the how sharp of a curve you need to go around, because the thinner it is, the smoother it will go.
The sharper. Yeah.
The sharper of a curve you can do. So depending on where I was going and how sharp of a curve I needed to do here, I would use the appropriate thickness to go around the curve first, and then I could go around with
Dude.
something bigger. To
So
mask
let me
around
ask another. Okay,
Again.
John, you go first.
Well, just speaking of thin tape, if you're doing pinstripe stuff like that, I like the Tamiya tape.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I've used
yellow.
that before.
So-
Yeah,
You
So
can get
the reason-
3mm, 4mm, 6mm. Yeah,
The
whatever.
reason I was asking the colors is because, and this is just something that I found out recently, the different colors of masking tape usually means the level of tackiness of the glue.
Really? Huh. I
don't
would
know
like
if
to
that's
see
actually
where
true. I think
that
you could
lands
probably
on what's
buy
most
any
tacky, what's
color
not.
But
and
but you can buy blue.
You can-
blue stuff in different.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
right.
you can buy like I mean, you can go to Amazon right now and you can just type in pink masking tape, and you'll get whatever color you
Yeah,
want.
sure.
But like if you have a particular brand that you favor,
Mhm.
like Scotch brand or whatever,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
gonna release it in different colors on the level of tackiness.
Oh wow! I've never.
I do
paid
know
attention
that,
to
I have bought like cheap blue masking tape before.
Of course you have.
Terrible. It's
yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
gotten
I
hosed
was-
on
yeah.
some masking tape.
You've
for
got
sure.
the bad stuff is bad.
Yeah, I made the mistake of like using just a khaki roll of like masking tape when we bought our house, and it was just in a corner, and and then completely ruined whatever I was working on doing.
Oh, don't do it, Ramey. Don't do it, Ramey.
It's not a gun. It's not a gun. It's not a gun.
It's a weapon, though.
Yeah.
That
a butter
it
shoots from the hilt.
It's one of those cheese knives.
Yeah,
cheese knife. Yes.
So, but what I wanted to show is the. Come on.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So
Ramey.
it's
Oh, look at
red
that.
resin printed on a resin printer.
Sick.
Oh, what?
And I clear coated it with the 2K, and so it shows up
Dude,
as
the deets, man, the deets.
looks like
Holy
Fun
looks like a
fact,
gemstone.
I was on set when they were filming the scene where they confiscate that knife from Jod. I was
way.
a stand-in.
It's the one
to
that
the
he like
guard that
pulls
takes
back
it from
in.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he gets it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was on set when they were filming that scene. So.
That's right.
Cool to see someone make it.
And then and this is the files were from Big Fred Customs. So I've got the gun and the knife were both from him.
Nice.
And then the other last thing that I needed to do was make the boot covers. So just normal boots that I got off of
Chelsea
Amazon,
boots?
but then I had just Chelsea boots, and then there's like multiple parts, so that I had to make this like cover that covers this part,
Oh man.
and then this spat here, and then this piece that goes kind of down over it and tucks underneath this other cover that wraps around the leg, and then has all this going on the top of it.
Whoa.
So
Sick.
That's
the
cool.
only thing I got to do is
Wow.
weather him, and I'm waiting for some Dirty Down to come. So as soon as that comes,
Lowe's is down the street, dude.
Oh, make sure, Ramey, hold that boot up to the camera again.
the boot or the leg piece, the whole thing.
Both.
The boot.
Both. Make sure you do the trick that Colin
Oh
taught
yeah,
us
the
all.
little,
You got that little tab in the back.
keep it from riding.
Yeah, this is this goes far enough. This goes like way far down.
Over
The
it.
way
The
that
cover
this
holds
works,
it down.
It's not showing right now, but this actually like opens pretty far up, and it goes all the
cool.
way down.
Hmm.
It
It'll
goes
be far
like
enough down.
It goes down to here when it's
Oh, yeah,
actually
yeah.
on me, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yes,
Is that-
Colin's got a
is that
great tip for that.
Is that another Doctor Doom shirt you have on?
It is. When Heroes and Villains did
Ooh,
their
what are you
Doom
trying to
drop,
tell
us?
they did two shirts.
It
That's
did.
sick,
Yeah.
dude.
What are you trying to tell us, Remy?
Doctor Doom on the throne.
I'm saying there might be a third costume in addition to Deadpool and
Dude, we're gonna have
Jod.
to be changing costumes like so much. It's
Double dooms. I'm seeing double
oh,
dooms.
look at John.
Double D's.
Whoa, careful.
so yeah.
Double D's.
So that's Captain Silvo. That's
Counted.
one costume. The other, Deadpool. Obviously, I shared a picture last night.
Let's go.
for the Deadpool. So, I needed to redo the sword. So this is like a foam sword. It was like a samurai sword. I cut the handle off of it, but I left like the fiberglass
The core.
core that was in there, and then I 3D modeled all of this to look, because this is what the handle on the Golden Age Deadpools like that was in the film. Like this is what the handle looked like. So I modeled that, and I just like made it hollow, and I put that down over the sword. So now I've got like his sword.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
It looks
I've
so
got
good.
I still have to make
That
like
costume
a
looks
leather.
amazing.
I had to make a leather sheath for that goes on the back. But then I also made the belt rig. So, holster here. I won't pay too much attention to that. But this is my favorite part. So check this out. So here's the belt, right? So it's actually like it's a lady Deadpool belt buckle that they modified. That I finally figured out, and he's got all these pockets, the pouches and everything like that. And then
Did you
he's
make
got
all that?
I made all this,
Dude.
and he's got the bandolier that goes over the shoulder, and then this is what
Vacation?
on his
Like, what
this is on his back. This is what the sword hangs on. But
Oh my
you see
God,
this
dude.
this it looks like this is like actually the functional belt buckle.
Yeah.
It's not. That's all fake. The belt buckle's over here.
Nice.
This
Why are
is
we
the
not just
buckle.
paying Ramey to make our costumes?
This is the buckle.
Holy
I know, man. This is
and
gonna
then
be-
it actually, because it's
Jeez.
got this pin on the back of it, but it had to have this look to it. But this is the way that the belt buckle came, so I had to like fake all that, and so I just did this. I'm like, okay, well, I'll make it just look right, and then this is still how it'll just work.
Dude, these Deadpool costumes are just gonna evolve, and we're gonna be taking these things like everywhere, dude. It's just gonna be like I'll change something, John will change something. Like we'll just like, oh my gosh, it'd be crazy.
That's insane, Raimi. That is insane.
And that was so the only other thing, it's not entirely.
Are you sure? You got more? You got something else? What else you got?
It's not entirely Workbench related, but I wanted to show this off. So I found a book written by the guy that made the Rocketeer helmet and jetpack, and it's full of behind the scenes pictures, including interior shots of all the molds, all the architectural drawings, everything. So this book called The Rocket Factory, written by Michael Possert Jr. Anyways, so it's got like literally like it shows the mold making process, like all of the different iterations of every little piece, and like internal pictures of the helmet, and like just stuff that's never been shown anywhere before.
Wow.
He self-published the book. So it's like the URL is kind of funny. It's like a bookbaby.com or whatever, but like, so he self-published the book. You can get it in hardback form. I'm going to drop the link in the chat here if anybody's interested. I obviously am enough of a fan of the Rocketeer, considering I've made the entire costume and I've got the jetpack and everything. I had to have it, but it's a beautiful book. It just came today. It's got pictures of stuff that I've never seen before, and I've studied that costume a lot. So
that's great, man.
That's cool.
Yeah. There's the link to the book.
Are you sure? I mean, while you're at it, is Iron Man done, or what else do we got?
He's not. Maybe later this year.
Okay.
Just other stuff has taken up my time recently. Oh,
wow.
So the jacket.
He's still going, guys. He's still going.
Sorry. So this is interesting. So I made the jacket out of wool. I made it out of red wool, and I had two kinds of wool, and one of them was a little nicer of a type, but it was bright red. It was bright red, and his jacket's not necessarily like fire engine red. It's a little darker, but not burgundy either. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to figure out how to dye it, but I had to this is a lot of time into this jacket, and I had to get it just right. So I spent a lot of time figuring out the exact process to dye a wool jacket and not F it up, right? So the trick was vinegar, apparently. Adding vinegar to the dye bath.
I've heard that.
You need a little bit of acid in the water to make the dye bond to the wool.
Wow.
And the water can't be can't be too hot.
Does it change the pH?
It changes the pH, and the water can't be too hot, if the water's too hot, it'll make the wool turn into felt.
That's science, baby.
And so you've got to do it just right. Anywho, I did it just right, and I got the perfect shade of red out of this thing. I'm very happy with it. But the vinegar trick was mind blowing, and it did exactly what I needed it to do. So that was a neat tip that I learned. I did not know that before. But you needed the acidity of the vinegar to make the dye stick to the wool. Otherwise, I would have done it, and I would have rinsed it out, and it would have been the same shade of red that it was when I started. Damn. So it would have been a waste of time.
Kudos. I'm so excited.
So that's it. I'm officially done.
That was a lot. I
know. Sorry. I was busy.
Wow.
Good. I can't show anything I did. So
Inspirato.
I can't show anything.
Show us your guns.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on Cowboy Pool stuff, but it's done. I suited up. I posted some pictures. Cowboy Pool is 99% done. I just had to I had new Deadpool gloves. I had to make them match my suit and my mask. So if I do wear 3 at Comic-Con, everything matches and is the same color. I'm trying to think what else. I keep washing my suit because I feel like I over weathered it when I first got it. So I've been washing it and trying to clean some of the paint off of it, and it's been coming off. It's looking a little blotchy, but I actually don't mind that because the weathering is so, he starts off bright red, and then as the movie progresses, there's all these blotches from different fights and stuff. So I'm not that upset about it. Yeah.
What did you originally weather it with that you were trying to wash out?
$2.50 Lowe's black spray paint.
Man, did your paint go up in price? What happened?
Yeah, it used to be 99 cents, bro. When I first started using it, it was 99 cents. Now it's
when I first started listening to the pod, I
6
remember
months.
back in my day it was 99 cents. Yeah.
Inflation, dude. Inflation. It wasn't that long ago.
Oh my god, we started thought it was 99 cents.
And then it went up to like 175 and now it's 250.
It's 250 now. Yeah, but I use that and then just like black acrylic spray paint in a airbrush. But I went to use my airbrush the other day and it doesn't agree with me right now. So I keep cleaning it.
Because you used acrylic spray paint in it. That's why.
Really? You can't? I watered it down. Is that true?
I mean, you said acrylic spray paint
in the airbrush.
No. Acrylic, like water based.
Yeah. You can water that down. Yeah, but you got to clean it afterwards.
I do clean it, but I've cleaned it. I've soaked everything in mineral spirits and everything, and it just doesn't agree with me. I also don't know what I'm doing when it comes to airbrushing. So, but yeah, I definitely overdid it in some photos. When I'm in the light, like when Ramey and I were in Orlando, like and you're under the bright lights.
Yeah.
It looks fine. My garage is a little dark, so it's a little hard to tell. But yeah, I've been messing with that, and I had to the leg pouches that John made me. I had to like mount those, and then I had to adjust the straps. Now it was all suited up.
They work?
So those are all crooked. They do. They work great. Thank you. They drilled right into them. It was perfect. But then I adjusted the straps because I hadn't put those new straps on yet with my costume because it was getting tailored.
You had to do it. Yeah.
So I got to go back because Luke was like, dude, your things are crooked. And I was like, oh yeah, I adjusted the straps. Duh. So they're like,
the pouches,
but you could
that's what happened.
Like the foam, like you said, just back it.
Yeah,
so
but no,
lined up.
It's because they were straight when I mounted them, and then I adjusted the straps. So the top straps got
fell.
So it got tighter, so it went like this. So I just need to unpop one of the screws and just move them and screw them back in.
Realign them or whatever.
But I keep messing with my suit, so I need to try this suit on. I think I talked about last week. Yeah, Christy, Jedi's Closet. She did my suit restoration or renovations, and that thing's like awesome. Everything else I've been working on, it's like weapons and stuff that I can't show.
Yeah.
So other than that,
good though, dude, it's looking good.
Ready for the madness. I'm tripping a little bit because when I brought everything into the house because it's so hot in the garage, I was like, well, I'm gonna try this on in the house with the air conditioning. And when I carried my bin in, it weighs a lot. So I'm kind of like, oh no,
all the leather. Yeah,
traveling is gonna be with all the
you might have to
vest
half and half it backpack suitcase.
Yeah, I think I can get the costume under 50 pounds. So I'm not too worried about that. But
you mean your bag?
That I need clothes and stuff too.
You know what you got to do, Brian?
Just
wear it on the plane.
Wear it, yeah.
Just
being awesome is hard, bro.
Cowboy boots with spurs and chaps on. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Awesome from day one. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I'm stoked, man. Comic-Con's gonna be a freaking blast. I mean, Luke's bringing like 45 costumes, so he's probably got it worse than me.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm shipping my stuff though.
Hope he does.
I do need. I think I need to ship.
I'll drive it.
I need to ship my swords back here because I don't think those will fit in my bag. So I'm gonna have to ship those.
To your pad. Cool.
Yeah, ship them to you guys. One of you guys, bring them down.
I'm happy to drive anything over there. So
cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and those are easy. Those are light. The shipping should be inexpensive on that.
They're long and awkward shape though. I was trying to figure out how to do mine as well. See what I did there?
Well, mine are longer too because they're the foam blade that are longer. Because I had to extend. I'm pointing to it right now, but the sheaths
they're shorter usually.
They're shorter usually, and I had to extend like 3 or 4 inches because the blades are longer than normal. So, but I really wanted to use that foam blade, because I wanted to be able to
play with them. Yeah.
So, yes, Eric, TSA is definitely going to be searching my bag because there is going to be a plethora of weapons in there. But I mean, I'm not too worried. I've been traveling with stuff like this, and I've gone to other countries with weapons. The hard part is they're realistic looking. So, I have the twin gold 45
gold
caliber
gold plated 5.0 caliber 50
Yeah,
caliber
Desert Eagles.
pistoleros.
Desert Eagles. Yeah. So
Desert Eagle pistoleros. I think last week we left off at I'm getting something shipped, right? Is that what
Yep.
happened?
Yep. Yep.
Well, let me tell you.
This is the saga of John's costume.
Saga continues.
So
the video you just sent us was good.
check it. Well, we'll get to that, but
Yeah.
so how do I don't even know how to preface this. So I arranged with the vendor. They were like, we're gonna make your suit. We're gonna give us another chance, whatever. And they're like, we have this other prototype that we made in red. If you want, we'll send it to you. And at first I was like, nope, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't care. I'm not interested. I just want what I wanted, what I ordered.
Mm-hmm.
But then after talking to you guys and thinking about it and stuff, I was like, you know what? Just send it. Maybe I can use it for something. I might be able to salvage this process. So they sent it, and it finally came. And man, it is not good. It is not a good quality suit. It's so low quality to the point where my wife, hey, what up, buddy? My wife was like, "This doesn't look good. Like this looks cheap." Yeah. And for her to say it with my costumes, and it's an honest observation, And I'm not. Yeah, well, I'm not worried about it looking cheap. It's not like it doesn't stretch. It's like almost like a gimp suit. Like it's like tight. And it doesn't fit right, and you can't bend your knees well, and you can't bend your elbows, and I can't bend down if I drop something. It's like, it's terrible, dude.
Bring it along.
Bring out. Wait.
You can use it just not for the con.
I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it to San Diego.
We're staying together for a week.
I'm gonna let all y'all try it on, and you can see what.
I'll try it on
because it will fit Brian. It'll definitely fit Brian, and Luke. It might fit you. I just want you guys to see how just. It's just not. Yeah. It's just not, dude. So anyway, I got the suit, and I haven't spoken to Guabo about it. I was just like, I'm not going to say anything. I've tried to weather it a little bit and make it sort of match the mask I have, but it's just not. It's not. So anyway, but when they agreed to send me this red suit, that was just a random red suit that I think they just randomly showed me. They were saying we are going to finish your gray suit, so like they're like, just please give us another week or whatever, another one of those stories. So I was like, whatever, bro. Like, send that suit, I guess, and then we'll see what happens. So they did send me videos of a gray suit, and it looks really, really nice.
It does.
It's essentially the Deadpool 2 suit in gray, like the red details are gray. Oh no way! You put it there. It is all right.
Rotted. So, but I'm curious. So, how is this different than the one that he sent you, other than the color?
The pattern is completely different. The Deadpool 3 suit is different from the Deadpool 2 suit,
and the material.
Yeah. Okay,
it looks like
and the material. The material, obviously, too. Yeah. This material is stretch.
They even put the Velcro on.
They put the Velcro.
Yeah. It looks good. Yeah. It's looking good.
Okay,
it looks really good. So you know what? Who knows? And the thing is, it's not going to happen this con. It's still not going to happen. Like I even if they send it tomorrow, I don't have all the stuff I need just because I never got the suit to continue from there. Like
for sure.
You guys know, whatever. But it'll be for something in the future. The next time we all wear the suits together.
No, it'll be good because now you and I are on the timeline for Deadpool 2. Your Deadpool and my Juggernaut.
Right. That's right. That's right. And not only that, so speaking of Deadpool 2 and that costume, so I did get a shirt made with the correct shirt that is worn in Deadpool 2, which I'm going to show on screen right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Is it reversed?
It's reversed.
Yes.
Okay, so it says Olivia and Meredith, best friends forever. And apparently there's some sort of like weird inside joke between Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds. Apparently she showed her cat some Deadpool stuff at some point, and he saw it, and so he made that shirt for Deadpool 2, whatever. So that is the accurate shirt, and I have a more accurate green hoodie. So that guy is going to be worn. That's my suit. That's my Deadpool for the con.
You're wearing that to Mosh for sure.
I'm wearing it the whole weekend if that's what's happening. Yeah. I'm bringing my U.S. agent as well because I do want to wear that at some point.
Yeah.
But the Deadpool. I mean, if we're all doing Deadpool the whole weekend, then we're all doing Deadpool the whole weekend. You know, I can't fight it.
I think there'll be changes. There'll be costume changes.
I mean, yeah. That's why I wanted Luke to bring Cap, as I know it's not relevant to Thunderbolts, but it's like 2 shielded caps. You know? So it might work out because since since our Thunderbolt gang is not necessarily turning out the way it might have otherwise. But yeah, at least we have the Deadpool stuff. I do have the US agent's done. It's ready. As far as I'm concerned, it's all done. And I have the beret or the helmet or the nothing that I could wear. So
the beret looks sick.
The beret's cool. I do enjoy. I do.
You're welcome.
Like it. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, the beret looks sick. Actually, I like it.
I peer pressured you into that one.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna get it. Yeah.
Straight sent you the link. Here it is.
Yeah,
buy it.
You're like, here you go. I was like,
$15. No excuses.
Yeah, I did
it's
get
canon,
it,
bro.
So I got it. It's there. So, and then I had finished those. I don't know if you guys remember. I had those Helldivers armors, the painted armor and the raw stuff. Got that all out. It's all gone. It's all out of here. Thankfully. So that's because it was here for a long time. And now I'm painting some stuff for our good friend Dax. He sent me some Shin Hati armor that he wanted Illumilustred. So actually, as this comes out, I will be clear coating that to get it ready for Chrome.
That's sick.
So
you should just send him a video of like a red Deadpool costume.
Like, hey, bro. I lost your armor, but here's this thing I'm going to send you instead.
Make sure the background of whatever you film it on looks very sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
Those videos you were getting, the backgrounds in those videos were pretty wild.
I don't know where they're making these suits.
What else did Dax send you recently?
Well, he sent back something that was mine that I had sent to him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is part of the payment for that thing I got back. Yeah.
Cool.
Half of it is going to be monetary, and the other half is me doing this labor.
Yep.
So anyway, I am painting some metallic armor for Shin Hati stuff for his wife, and I'm excited about it because I do want to paint it. It's actually 16 pieces. I counted. It's a lot of stuff, which I didn't realize when I signed up. When I agreed to like whatever, I was like, oh, this can be this much, and then that, whatever. I was like, this is the the price. Yeah, it's a lot of pieces. I bought 20 stir sticks just I'm like, I'm gonna get way more than I need, and I just had 4 remaining. So there's a lot of pieces, but I'm excited to get it going. I want to see it chromed. It's gonna look cool.
Yeah, big.
So yeah, and I think that's it right now. I do have a Koska Reeves jetpack I need to paint for the Jenkins family, but I'm gonna do that after because I can't juggle that much. 16 pieces plus a crazy jetpack. Yeah, that's it. I think. I'm also excited about San Diego. It's gonna be amazing. We're all gonna be under one roof. Shenanigans, barbecues, costumes.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
That theme song Steven just made, just blasting. Dude, bring your boombox from your Joker costume.
Oh man,
ooh.
I have my kaboom box too.
I'm not gonna lug that thing around.
That thing's
hey, dude, we'll pass it around, dude. We'll pass it around.
So I didn't really work on anything this week, costume wise. Like I said earlier in the show, I just been working on like literally the moment I come home from work, I just start working on the backyard, assembling things, building things. But I did have a question because so we're ready to start the weathering process on my son's kid pool.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm looking at all the different paint applications on the costume, yeah, it's got like weathering on it, blacks and browns and all that stuff, dirt. But the costume, and I've looked at every iteration of the costume. So there's 3 costumes that exist for Kidpool. There's the hero, which actually had Ryan Reynolds' daughter in there. There's the stunt, which had like the full-grown woman in there, and then there's the commercial that they did for oh my gosh, I think it was Children's Hospital of LA.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all 3 of those costumes have the same blood pattern, the blood splatter pattern that goes across the entire costume. And so like I'm trying to think how to replicate that, because I don't want to just hit it with like a spray paint, spray paint, whatever.
250, dude.
Yeah. So
works. Just saying, it works.
Anyone following the group, anyone following the chat just died.
Just saying.
So what I was thinking of doing is I want to get like a small water balloon and fill that up with like red paint.
I'm
And then
listening.
and then have my son hold it and then have him like pop it so that it splatters all over him. I don't know if that's gonna work, and it's like a one-shot deal.
I mean, what if you
right?
did it with fake blood to mimic? I mean, I assume you're doing it to mimic blood splatters, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I would put in the balloon.
Yeah,
And you can wash that out. You can wash it out.
Or I mean, I
Ooh,
could
and that might not
probably
be
have him just
permanent.
wear like a white T-shirt and then just like test it with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
fake
like,
blood is not permanent because Tori's Punisher is the same thing. I put fake blood all over her. at
Oh,
Comic
that's
Con one
right.
year. It all washed off.
Nice.
It's like sugar, like syrup.
Yeah.
yeah, corn syrup or something,
hold on,
right?
he wants to say
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah. Oliver.
What up, Kidpool?
What up, Kid Pool?
Hi.
Hi.
So when you want
Raimi, you're muted.
Deadpool's opinion,
Sorry, Oliver,
do?
we want to hear you do an impression of your dad. You know how he does his intro to the show and says hello and welcome? Let's hear it.
I've already done it before, and I'm not doing it.
No,
Show us. I want to hear it, dude.
I haven't
I know
heard.
you've
Come
been.
on.
I know you've been practicing, bro.
You're here, so
it's either that or a Deadpool Kidpool line. It's
or
one
say
the
a
other.
Kidpool line. Say a cuss word. Say bad words.
Wow, bad Uncle Mode initiated.
Yeah, dude. Say bad words.
When I want
Surprise
your
dad.
opinion.
Not that one. Not that one.
Maybe not that one.
Not that one. Yeah.
Be demonetized forever with that one.
Have you been practicing your lines?
Are you excited to wear the costume? It's in San Diego. What are you most excited about for going to Comic Con?
Shake your head.
Say you're excited about.
No, what are you
pressing.
looking forward to the most about going to San Diego with your dad?
Being a part of the Deadpool.
Come on,
Corps.
buddy.
We put the headphones on you and gave you the mic. You got to work with this kid.
You gotta spit it out. Come on. What
When
are
are
you
we
excited
squatting
to
up
do
in
or see?
Fortnite again? How about that?
There you go.
He's frozen. He's
frozen.
He's
Come on, buddy.
frozen.
What do you want to do or what do you want to see? We're asking him what he was excited to do or see at the con, and he was like,
He got the hook.
He froze. He froze.
Jeez.
We gave
All
him
right.
every chance to say something.
Yeah. Well,
Anything.
we went from trying to get him to curse to just asking questions.
"Oh yeah," we were like, "Start
Yeah.
cussing."
He went. He
We
did
were like,
nothing.
"Say cuss words," but he wouldn't.
Anyway, that's on my workbench.
I like the
Yeah.
experimentation, dude. That's actually a neat idea to do with the balloon full of blood. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like it washes out, being like fake blood and corn syrup and stuff. Oh my god, dudes! There's too much to even talk about, like costume wise. I'm all over the place with it. The Void costume is kind of in a spot right now where there's definitely a couple hurdles that I'm trying to get over, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it before I leave. So my family and I, we're leaving for California on like the 16th to do like a big family California trip we do annually, see some family and Disney and all that kind of stuff. and I'm dropping them off at the airport and then meeting up with all of these yahoos and continuing a week on. So I have to have my stuff done by the 5th, like probably the 14th, to have it shipped out to John so it can land, while I'm doing my traveling down south. I kind of switched gears, like in terms of like the just workbenching lately, because I kind of hit this like standstill with the Void. I'm really just, when you hit, this is actually kind of a neat topic, I think, too, just talking about like, creative blocks, writer's block, artist block, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you just need to switch gears and come back to it. And if it comes back to it, that's fantastic. One of my rules with costuming is to not stress myself out over it. This is a stress busting hobby for me. And if I get to the point where I'm starting to just run into these walls and it is becoming almost more of like a stress, then I switch gears and I do something else that needs to be done on the to-do list. And part of what's been on my to-do list has been working a little bit on the back end with Steven for some new Dad Batch stuff that we're working on for the upcoming website, and some like neat merch, and just all kinds of neat little fun little artistic projects that will dance around what we're doing with a little relaunch for the new season. So I have something that would be kind of neat to tease, and I don't know how. I'm going to just kind of start bringing it up on the screen. And Steven, I'm going to look to you for when you tell me to not show what I want to show. But I've been working.
Steven said, "Do it."
I've been working on testing fabrics for the new place that we're getting our merchandise made through. So I did a round of like ordering some samples, a couple of different fits, a couple of different washes. These ones are kind of like one-offs, essentially, in terms of like being, really kind of the prototype and customizable. But I'm not going to show this whole thing because we don't want to like totally spoil it just yet. But I do want to just show a little bit of the. Oh, I'm still there. Okay. Maybe I won't show it. Anyways, this new the new tea place we're working with, the screen company we're working with that does the digital printing for us, this stuff's turning out like super duper high quality. The fits are great, the washes are fantastic. I cannot believe this graphic is so busy and so wild, and it's a full print kind of thing across the whole front of the shirt. My prototype's across the back of the shirt as well. And John's on mute. John, I see your mouth moving. But
I'm sorry. I was saying, can you show it again? For those that didn't see it the first time. Awesome. Thank you. Much obliged.
I'm showing a teeny piece. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but you'll see me wearing the prototype at Comic-Con for sure, which is just a couple weeks away. I gotta say though, like this has been like super duper fun. Like this is part of like my I guess just real world career part of life, like working with apparel and fabrics and printing and stuff like that, along with Brian's been in this business for many years. And when you see a sample come back and it exceeds expectations, you get really excited. And we all kind of lit up in the chat when we saw this one come back. And I'm not a guy to toot my own horn, but I'm really proud of the graphics that we're pumping on. And
toot
away, baby. So a little toot from my
show it
boat.
Again. Show the whole thing.
I'm good.
That's
yes. But yeah, that's kind of what's been kicking on behind the scenes, behind the big Wizard of Oz curtain over here, is just working on some stuff for DB season 5.
I think at our live panel at San Diego, we will probably most likely unveil all of our plans that we've been working on so hard for the first half of the year.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot to launch for season 4. So, and dude, yeah, you've been killing it. You're breaking your back on all these designs and stuff. So
let him show
you,
one, dude.
Super excited.
We need a new intro.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Actually, you know what? You know what I could show that we have shown this graphic before. Can I show?
Well, that's stupid.
Why is
show
that
a new
stupid?
one?
I don't want to show the new one. I don't want to show the new one. I don't know. You guys
show the
vote.
other one.
Do I show
the other one because it's cool because you're talking about the fabrics and everything.
Exactly.
So
I'm gonna show
yeah,
the other one.
Show the shirt.
Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah, bro. Come on, dude.
Check.
You leave
this
everyone
ass
hanging.
out.
You open the door and then you slam it, dude.
Okay. So this is a.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
We gave him the hook on that one too, huh?
I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe it.
Okay, so this is called a snow wash. This is an enzyme wash, and this
Oh
just
wait, this one's illegal. Don't show this one.
no. I can show this one. This is it's not illegal in the sense that
It's so
man, I'm showing it.
That's
showing
the
it. Okay.
illegal one. Show the.
Well, we've shown
front and
the
back
artwork.
one.
Just turn the
We've shown
shirt around.
artwork.
Turn the shirt around. Just turn it around. Show the back.
Okay.
And then now you can talk about the wash all you want.
Wow. It's
All
so
right.
Wow.
wow.
This is
Isn't that
exciting.
cool?
I know this
Wow.
is super duper exciting.
Great.
So
So cool.
Okay,
Are you
yeah,
guys
this is-
excited to buy a plain black T-shirt? Yeah.
This is
That's
part
a
of my
nice
Zenpo
wash,
mask
dude.
for
Like
Comic Con.
acid wash. Stone washed.
This is going to be insane. I think like the idea, we're going to launch with some of our soft goods will be some pretty like standard stock colors, like blacks and whites that just make sense for most of the graphics. There's a couple tasty jams that I do feel need a specific kind of treatment, when it comes to the wash of the tee and the fit of the tee. And I've been hyped just working back, behind the scenes with Steven on some of these and finding the right speed for some of this stuff. God, man. Oh, I really want to show it, but all I can say is trust me, the prints on these guys are super duper high quality. This new vendor we're working with, and I'm like over the moon on how fast everything has shown up. I ordered literally this blank shirt I'm showing.
This is from the same place.
Yeah, that one's from the same
They come
place.
so
It is
fast.
Excellent quality, excellent print, excellent shirt. The material feels nice.
These
Wow,
are
this is-
done in the USA. This shipped from LA to me, which is amazing. And it took literally 6 days from the time I ordered it to the time it turned around for me. And I'm sure that's going to change at different times of year when,
Well, actually, Luke, here's
Mine's
the cool
from China.
is I can based on the customer and their location.
Yep.
I can choose where to send it from.
Yeah.
Even
yeah,
though we're
they have
both
that
on
option.
the West Coast, I
Yeah.
live in LA. They ship mine from China. You live in up in the Pacific Northwest. They shipped it from LA.
I think it depends on the wash or the cut of some of those SKUs.
Not all of the 100% of the catalog comes from.
I
LA.
didn't change it. This
Exact.
is standard. I didn't
Yeah, I
make
don't-
anything
yours-
special. I didn't choose anything.
John, yours was international fulfillment. That's why. So
Why?
Well, I actually
Because I think
live
it was
in
just
cheaper.
a standard
have to-
It was
tee,
just
whereas
set there.
they
you
only
have to
have
select on the site when ordering from like our side of things. You have to select either international or USA fulfillment, and I skipped
give
it
me
the
a
first time.
break.
The first shirt I ordered for my little side project
makes
thing,
sense.
it came from an international fulfillment. The other ones came
But
from
it's still
LA when
fast.
dude, the international one showed up faster than the LA ones, believe
Yeah.
it or not, which was crazy. Regardless, super duper confidence in this new program.
Yeah,
The new
great
vendor is like
product. Yep.
insane. They do some really high end stuff, like Balenciaga, like gets blanks from them. Like these guys are doing some like really high end work with some big accounts. And yeah, I'm super hyped that we found them and stuff's coming out pretty successful. So
John, supposedly we can go tour the LA facility if we want to go check it out.
that would be cool.
We can.
Yeah,
If you ever want.
might be
Yeah.
something fun to go do one of these
Do
days.
a little content piece or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get that going. That way we can show it at the panel when we
Okay.
talk about what we've been working on.
I am going to wear these shirts at San Diego, so
Mhm.
I'll have mine on. So
I'm putting them to wax for San Diego. But yeah, that's what I got so far. That's like not totally costume stuff, but it's something that we've been really chipping away at and super hyped on. So yay.
I think that's it for Workbench. Oh my god, that was like a 2-hour Workbench.
That was so long. Jeez Louise.
Is that it? Is that it for everybody?
I think that's everybody.
I hope so.
Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us today. Oh wait, no, we still have more show. We still have more show.
We're being hailed. This encryption's new. This might take a while.
Okay, so John, I got a couple questions. Is Amy still into the Young Jedi Adventures?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Does she like reading?
In short, man, she doesn't like it, but she does. Oh, here we go. Comic?
Somebody stole my thunder. They put the slide up before I was ready.
Oh, good one, Stevie.
Well, you're in luck, John, because
thanks.
Good news, because this November, Dark Horse Comics is releasing a new graphic novel featuring the Young Jedi Adventures. So,
my God. Did you say Dark Horse?
Dark Horse, yeah,
graphic novel.
Yeah,
they all kill like each other.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, everyone dies.
So, found this buried in the pages of a Penguin Random House catalog. So Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures: The Training Sessions. So, written by David Scheidt and Daniel Jose Older, illustrated by Danny Dugan, Dan Jackson, and Comicraft. So the synopsis is: join Jedi younglings Kai, Liz, and Nubs of Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures in a graphic novel collection of 3 short stories, perfect for young readers. In this volume, Kate, Liz, and Nubs race Wookiees to climb the tallest trees on Kashyyyk. Nubs and Jedi Padawan Court rush to rescue a Republic ship from disaster, and the younglings go on a scavenger hunt in a stinky swamp full of monsters. So the hardcover book will retail for only $8.99 and it hits bookshelves on November 18th later this year.
All right.
So
I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee lately, and there's a lot of reading in that. And like she can read. She can read. She does, but she gets lazy and she's like, Bobby, what does that say? I'm like, no, man, like this is not how this goes. You know, like so I do want her to like you gotta read.
Yeah, you just got to keep giving her content that's interesting to her. So
that's
maybe
why
this will help.
Actually, yes, absolutely.
So
100%.
later this year in November.
Sweet.
So next up, so Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, second installment titled Pieces of the Past. Got a poster this week featuring a brand new villain. The new villain, Solitus, is the former master of Jedi Bob, now turned to the dark side and will be Darth Dev's new master. So the Duros Sith wields 2 purple lightsabers connected by chains and is voiced by Dan Stevens of Downton Abbey's fame. Timing of the reveal coincides with LEGO's marketing schedule, as they also revealed some LEGO sets that tie into the show, featuring the characters from the new season. Other characters and voices returning to the show are Sig, voiced by Gatton Matarazzo, Darth Dev, voiced by Tony Revolori, Bobby Moynihan's Jedi Bob, and Ahmed Best as Darth Jar Jar, among others. We've also got Ashley Eckstein joining in to voice a Brickhead's Ahsoka. It's also been revealed that Ben Schwartz, who voiced the droid Teo in Bad Batch, was convinced by Bobby Moynihan to join on and voice fan favorite Space Bunny Jackson, which I think this is the first time outside of the comic that Jackson's actually exists, right?
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, so we might actually get
Very
like a Lego Jackson out of the deal.
Sick.
So, next up, and this is actually the last thing I've got in the news, although kind of a little bit of a long one. Last week, Star Wars and Coca-Cola announced their latest collaboration titled Refresh Your Galaxy. So you can collect 30 limited edition character designs on the cans and bottles, and even become part of the story with a new immersive augmented reality experience that lets you send a holo message to your friends. But collecting all 30 is not actually going to be that easy. So here's the breakdown of how you can get them all. When did they still call it, like, is it Coke Classic or is it Coke Original Taste? This was like,
Coca-Cola Classic.
I had an education in how this works apparently. So it's, according to Coca-Cola, it's now called Original Taste.
They changed it again?
I don't know. Apparently, I don't know.
Because there is a whole story behind the name Coca-Cola, then Coca-Cola Classic, then they went because they had changed the recipe and people got pissed and they went.
Yeah,
back and
I lived through that. I remember. But now it's called Original Taste. Apparently, I don't know.
Hell no.
Anyways, the original, whatever is called Original Taste, has Lando Calrissian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Padme Amidala, Kylo Ren, Ahsoka Tano, Darth Maul, K2SO, Boba Fett, Poe Dameron, The Mandalorian, Cassian Andor, General Grievous, and Emperor Palpatine. Whatever zero sugar is, I don't know if that's different from Diet Coke or not.
Zero, yeah.
Whatever zero sugar is Darth Vader, Yoda, Princess Leia, Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Han Solo, BB-8, C-3PO, R2-D2, Finn, Rey, Grogu, and an Imperial Stormtrooper. And this is where it gets even trickier. So Disneyland and Disney World exclusives are one that's the Mandalorian and Grogu together, a First Order Stormtrooper, and then the same Chewbacca, apparently, that's on the other cans. Although I think this Chewbacca is only on a bottle, whereas the other one's on a can. So the cans and bottles have a code on them that you can scan to get access to the AR experience, where you'll have you get like an app, and then it gives you more information about the marketing campaign, shows you the other character designs. Plus, within there, you can record your own message in the app, and then it converts that into like a hologram looking video, and then you can send it to the recipient of your choice for them to play. Honestly, the most interesting part of all of this, though, is more than the whole campaign, is this is the second collaboration that we've seen in the last year-ish where Star Wars is like focused so heavily on the fans, because following in the footsteps of what we saw last year with the Apple commercial that they did, that showcased all of the impeccably dressed Mandos that we saw, and that were in the LA Convention Center. This commercial campaign for this also features entirely Unreal Star Wars fans pulled directly from the fan community, and not just a bunch of paid actors. So there's two versions of the commercial spot that they filmed. One's a 1 minute version, which we have that we can queue up and play here. And then another one that's like almost 3 minutes long. We'll play the 1 minute version here, but definitely go out and check out the longer one. It's cool. And actually pay special attention because there's a familiar K2SO droid in the video. Our friend Dr. Sci-Fi got to go. They filmed this in Canada, I guess. So that was a long haul. He had to fly him out. Had to fly him up there for that. So so we can check out the video here.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet it again.
That does look refreshing. Oh, what?
Is that the Jazzwares Vader, Steven?
It looks like it.
Yeah, I saw K2SO.
Maybe the Black Series.
Oh, there he's holding it. Oh, there he is.
There he is again.
Oh, wow.
That is a Ruby's.
Is it the Rubies? Okay.
With the Black Series helmet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The helmet looks small for the suit.
So cool. Yeah, that's actually it for the news.
That's so cool.
It's Darren. It's Dr. Sci-Fi.
Yeah, Dr. Sci-Fi's
Darren.
in there. Our buddy Darren.
So according to Coca-Cola.com,
Okay.
Coca-Cola Classic is different than Coca-Cola Original Taste.
Told you.
Taste is most commonly, which you can find at like the grocery stores, Walmart's, Costco, Sam's Clubs. Original Taste is going to have 55% less sugar and fewer calories.
Oh, hell no.
Coca-Cola Classic is actually more commonly found in international countries like Mexico, Singapore, and other Asian countries.
Yeah, what's the glass bottle Coke? That's the only one.
That's Coca-Cola Classic.
Okay,
Classic, yeah.
That's the good
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Real
Argentina
sugar,
has
right?
If it ain't cherry Coke, then the glass bottle is the way to go.
I don't drink a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
soda, but I will say Coke Zero is pretty good.
I don't know if I could drink enough to collect all 30 cans.
I know.
And then,
You don't
and
have
then
to,
what do
you
I
don't have
do
to
with
drink
that?
it. Well,
What
do
do
you
you do?
remember back in
know.
the day there was a campaign like wasn't it
The Pepsi?
That yeah.
Yeah, but what do you do with it?
Pepsi
You just
points?
save the cans, and then they're worthless.
Or you can go to or you can just wait a while and go to Rancho Obi-Wan and just look at them there.
Yeah, you
let
can just
let
wait and
Steve
look at
do it
pictures,
instead.
Yeah.
Make a suit of
'cause
armor out of it.
It's not like you can sell them. No
Or
one
if you have
cares about
something rusty, you need to clean it, pour it all over that.
There like
Pour
a
some
golden,
Pepsi on it.
wasn't there like a golden can? The Pepsi?
Probably.
Was it Jar
Where do
Jar?
you get the millennium?
Was,
you get
was
the
Jar Jar
Millennium
the
Falcon?
golden one?
I don't know.
It should have been C-3PO.
Yeah, wouldn't that be C3?
Mm.
You would think, yeah.
I have a little Coca-Cola anecdote we could tell on our brother podcast, Paranoid. That's pretty weird. At some point, we'll have to sprinkle it in at some point.
All right.
It's kind of weird and freaky.
We'll bring it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear it now.
Do you want to hear it right now? I'll tell.
You'll
It's,
have to-
it's,
no,
it's super
you-
short.
Oh,
No, you'll have to
No,
tune into
you have to
Paranoid.
go tune into
You'll have to
Paranoid.
tune into Paranoid. Don't
Yeah,
give
what
us
up,
free
dude?
feedback.
You're like Mr. T's on this.
This is
one,
the
and
guy
now
that
all of a
doesn't want to
sudden you're
listen
like,
to
yeah,
it
go
anyway,
for
so-
it. Go ahead.
Dump
Go
them
ahead.
out. Dump them out.
You'll have to listen, buddy.
Go ahead, Luke. Just start the story.
No, do not.
He's just gonna kick you out.
Fool me 3 times. Shame on me.
Yeah, don't.
It's
fall
like,
for it.
okay, so there's this thing with Coke, and then
I'm touching myself tonight.
We're all gonna be touching
We got
ourselves.
some tasty tidbits here. Some news.
Tasty
Some
tidbits.
some little information and yeah, a couple of neat little things here in the Marvel Minute. First thing at the top is the Wakanda TV show that the MCU is introducing as an animated TV show is coming officially August 6th to Disney Plus. We were teased it a few months ago. It's a Ryan Coogler executive produced with Kevin Feige production. And then we hadn't heard about it for a few months, and it just popped back up on the radar. They released a trailer, little teaser trailer for it, and it looks pretty good, gentlemen. This takes us through the history of Wakanda, starting in the Bronze Age. So you're going to get this like really neat deep dive, apparently, showing like technology over the years and how it develops and how they evolve as a society. And one of the taglines of it that the person in the article had mentioned was that it was described as an international James Bond-esque spy thriller that starts in the Bronze Age and rolls throughout the history of Wakanda. So I'm talking like stealing secrets from the Wakandans. Like maybe we'll get Clow again. Like when he's much younger, because he was always, you know, an arch
Messing with
rival
him.
of Black
Yeah.
Panther in the comics. So this is going to be pretty neat. I've been really hyped on most of the animated stuff that Marvel's been doing. So I think this is going to be a neat piece to sit, you know, in between all the movies and stuff. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll it. Oh yeah.
Wakanda is a kingdom of man.
I really like this animation too.
Yeah, it's good style.
So it did say August 27th in the teaser. The article said August 6th.
Eyes of Wakanda.
I'm not sure there. I guess I would probably trust the trailer with August 27th,
Yeah.
but
I trust Disney.
I like the fact that they're gonna follow the other tribes,
mhm.
like because they
have their own
show
history.
like in
M'Baku's
every
tribe and
yeah, like in
Yeah.
every Black Panther movie, they always show all the different tribes when they like
form.
when
Yeah,
they form
come
together
together.
for the ceremonies and stuff. But
Mhm.
just like who are they? Where do they come from?
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of room to explore that space, which is pretty cool. Another neat little thing coming off of the hype wagon of Thunderbolts. The Sentry, which we've kind of known from the comic side as far as what I'm going to say, but was confirmed by Eric Pearson, who's a screenwriter for the Thunderbolts, that the Sentry, aka Bob, is now the most powerful person in the MCU.
Yep.
So as far as like, you're going up against, I mean, it's kind of crazy to say he's more powerful than Thor, but
and Captain Marvel too.
Captain Marvel.
And Captain Marvel, yeah.
But I guess
he was that in the comics,
Barrow, yeah.
I mean, he was
Marvel's
He
took out the Thunderbolts in a second. All of them.
Yeah.
He melted John Walker's gun by looking at it. Like he just had to look at it, and it was
So his power level going forward, he's set to return in Avengers Doomsday. I just can't wait to see how they continue to flesh out this character. He's such a malleable character at this point, like where his mindset is. Like if Doom gets a hold of him and uses him for, I'm going speculative here, but evil purposes, like he is going to be a homie to contend with.
That's something like that's going to happen because he is so easily manipulated, like you were just fucking saying. You can see it happening for sure.
What about Bob?
Who's the guy in the Secret Wars comics, Luke? They have
Beyonder.
Beyonder.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if they're gonna replace the Beyonder character with
Void.
With Void. Like Doctor Doom, is gonna try and get him.
Yeah. They could. I mean, I guess that would be an easier way than introducing yet another, because the Beyonder was cosmic, and he was God level as well. So it could be an easy way to maybe avoid introducing another strange cosmic guy that's, he was confusing. In and out of the Secret Wars 2 series. So that could be that's a neat thought. That's actually pretty cool. That actually brings me to my next little note. This is a bit of a sad one here. Jim Shooter, editor for Marvel, longtime Marvel Comics head, passed away at the age of 73. He led Marvel from 1978 to 1987 and oversaw publishing of classic stories from Frank Miller on Daredevil. He brought Frank Miller to the Daredevil franchise. He put Chris Claremont and John Byrne on the X-Men, which was
huge,
the building blocks of everything we love about contemporary X-Men stuff. Not to mention just the talent that he, pulled through all of the various books over the years. David Michelinie on Spider-Man, Eric Larson and Todd McFarlane on artist duties for Spider-Man. I mean, these are quintessential MCU DNA building blocks, and this guy was there putting it all together. And was a really great dude. I actually met him at a Comic-Con when I was younger. And he signed, I don't think it was Secret Wars 1, but he signed one of my Spider-Man books or something, and just chatted with him with my brother and my mom, and he was super duper nice. I read this really cool thing that I didn't know about him, and I thought this was just so apropos of who he was at Marvel and the direction he took when it was under his helm at Marvel. So he grew up reading comics. He was involved in an accident when he was a kid, and he had some surgery that had to be done to his face. He had some scars on his face and stuff. So he was in the hospital for a period of time when he was a kid, and that's when he really learned to read. And how he learned to read, how a lot of us did or developed our love for reading, was through comics, and more specifically was Marvel Comics. And he was also reading DC Comics at the time. And the cool thing about what he kind of developed in that time was he developed the thirst to pursue that career, to get into comics somehow, whether it was writing, which he eventually did. He wrote the Secret War series. That is, boom, one of the tent poles of Marvel Comics, regardless of what you think about the era of the Marvel Comics and stuff. It was in the early 80s. So but the thing that he said that was really neat was he wanted to he said this as a kid, which is just so like, futurist and just very mature thought, was he wanted to pursue a career in comics and land a role at DC because he felt that Marvel had way more realism in their stories and character development that he felt as a kid DC was lacking. DC was always known for being very big and fantastical and bigger than life, Superman, and these characters that like maybe you couldn't quite relate to in the same way of like Spider-Man, like being in high school, being bullied, and then dealing with the pressures of a relative that passed away, and just some of that realism that he was reading as a kid. He felt he would do best in his time as a comics developer at DC to help them bring like realism to their stories, because he had an affinity for those characters too. And I just love that. Like, I thought that was such a like neat thought for, I think it said he was like 12 or 13 or something like that when he kind of like voiced that to his parents. But I just love that. It just showed that he had this like broader vision for comics and like a love for character development that, I just really appreciate. And he seemed like he was a pretty great dude. So RIP to Jim Shooter there. Now, the last thing I guess we could kind of get into, this is kind of news, kind of not. We teased it at the top, but Ironheart just wrapped up, and it's all over the news. So I thought we'd be kind of remiss without mentioning this. Maybe we say spoilers now if anybody wants to dip out for a couple minutes on talking about the end of Ironheart. Are you guys good with that? Do you guys want to touch on what we learned at the end of Ironheart here? So, Ironheart, they introduced a little bit more of like the metaphysical side of the Marvel universe, Marvel's magic and technology. And they were teasing a character along through this storyline for the 6 episodes. They get to the 6th episode, and ba-bam, they drop actor Sacha Baron Cohen on us as the one, the only,
my wife.
Very nice.
Borat.
Very nice.
This is the segment where we do Borat impressions for the rest of the
Very nice.
So he got introduced as Mephisto.
Oof.
And I've never seen Mephisto in human form in the comics, but good Lord, he's pretty creepy as like a real world Mephisto, like a very nice interpretation of how he could be shown in a non-demon form, on the earthly plane. And so he has this great monologue at the very end of the show. And there's a really nice scene with him in the beginning of the episode 6 as well, where he's dealing with Parker Robbins the Hood, who he also grants his powers to. At the end scene, or actually this is the scene with Parker Robbins. He's stirring his coffee, and as he pulls his spoon out, the camera kind of pans in, and you see this reflection on the spoon of the baddie, the big baddie, Beelzebub, Mephisto, whatever you want to call him. And he actually even jokes about that too, which was really cool. He has this really neat line about he's been known by many names. Some of them are a bit offensive to him. And then he reveals to Riri Williams that he is the one, the only Mephisto, which is, for anybody that's listening that's not up on their Marvel comics, he is the devil. He is the king demon, king of hell in the Marvel comics. He is actually like Satan or Beelzebub, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
This.
Have you seen my village in Kazakhstan?
I would like your
My sister's number 2.
This spells like big things for down the road for Marvel. This is I mean, there's baddies in Marvel. This is like the big daddy. There's Thanos cosmic level threats that are way big as well, but this is on like a kind of a different level. He's a manipulator. He's omnipotent. He's just the OG OP. This guy's got it all, man. So what do y'all think about this? Like this introduction, this way, I guess too.
I loved how in the beginning of the episode, like, because he's the devil, and he already knows who he's talking to. He knows everything about the way the person thinks. He knows all their deepest desires. He knows everything. So I love how when he chooses to appear to Parker in the beginning, he appears as like just like a dude.
Down and out, like him.
He's got an American accent. He's got like a New York accent.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he's not too dressed up or whatever, but he's just like, hey, have some pizza. You know?
Yeah.
But then when he appears to him again later on in the show, now he's like, he's got his, I think it was like a Cockney accent.
Oh, super Cockney.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm dealing with somebody else right now. What do you need? And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, and then when he appears to Riri, he's got like the suit on,
English gentleman.
Like to sort of like, this is how he's going to get through to her and how he's going to manipulate her. It's so cool how it's so suave. Like
it's
how he does
very suave. He's very silver tongued, and I loved how they, like what you just said about how he was looking in their mind, showing them whatever their internal like strife was, whatever they were like, going through, that they knew there was what they want the most and what they want to repair the most in their life. He was showing it to them in their mind, and he was basically going along by, and he wasn't speaking the words, like it was like telepathy.
He's trying to get them to say it.
Yeah.
He's so powerful that in the comics, I think they retconned it in the comics that he's the one that actually put it in Thanos's head.
Really?
To get the stones.
Wow.
Like he's like, hey dude, like they show him like whispering in Thanos's ear.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that.
Like in the original, in my home in
the original Infinity Gauntlet, I feel like he is there. Yeah.
We have 5 stones, and we can make people go disappear.
Was that like Mario? What?
He turned Italian at the end.
It's me, Mephisto.
It's me, Thanos.
John, you just watched that episode, right?
What?
You just watched it too, right?
I did. Yeah. I thought the reveal was cool. Because I mean, you see him throughout, right? But like Luke said, that little spoon reflection, because I didn't notice that at the beginning. I didn't notice that the first time. He mentioned it, and I went back and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because there it is. Because like you said, this is the first time we see him in like a human form, right? And it's cool.
And he's been mentioned in WandaVision too, right? Wasn't he mentioned at some point? Or Agatha?
Or teased. Yeah.
Somebody mentioned.
They had the Darkhold in WandaVision.
That's right. Okay.
And they were like, well, there's only one dude that has the Darkhold, which is Mephisto. But then they kind of just glossed over it.
Okay.
And then they really teased him in Agatha all along. And they just like, what's the appropriate term I can use? They just didn't fulfill that tease.
Fumbled it? Did they fumble it?
No, they purposely did not include him.
Oh, okay. They were intentionally not dropping it. Yeah. Okay.
But I was a little disappointed that Riri shook on it.
Dude, totally. That was. I don't know much about her character from the comic.
I don't either. I didn't expect her to do that.
I kind of want to read the comics to see if there is this like crossover. Because that's. I mean, I don't know her character, but that seemed like out of character.
It seemed out of character, right?
Exactly. Yeah, but I guess
I'm with you. I don't know the character.
You guys watched the last episode because so I watched all 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And I told you guys it was super rough getting through these episodes. Marvel, I'm not even going to hold back. Marvel filmed this series over 3 years ago. Its production was a year to 2 years before that. It was during a different time in our country, in our world, and the writing reflects that. And there's a reason that Disney not only fired the entire marketing team
wow.
Of this show about a month ago before it came out, but then they also decided to drop all 6 episodes within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not typical. That's crazy.
So, you know, they're getting these shows out. The 6 episodes was just extremely rough to watch. And if you go on the internet, be very careful. Anyone listening to this right now, if you go on the internet looking for Ironheart reviews, there's a lot of racist stuff out there. Like just point blank, there's a lot of racist, ignorant stuff out there.
Yeah.
But 0% of that has to do with why the show was bad. The show was bad because the main character was a criminal, basically. You're expecting for the story arc of this character, you know, to go through some sort of journey of remorse and you know, finding themselves and going on the correct path and making the right choices and stuff. But then by the end of the series, she just digs deeper into making the wrong choice.
Yeah, the biggest wrong choice you can make, shaking hands
exactly.
with the devil.
That's what I was thinking. She literally shook hands with the devil. It's like that's the worst thing you could do.
It's so hard to root for a protagonist who is not good.
Yeah.
You know, like this person is, they might. It's almost like Ironheart is an anti-hero at this point. Like they're just not doing anything good. That being said, the final 30 minutes of the final episode are
very
just
good,
amazing. It sets up so much for the Marvel universe, for the MCU, especially going forward, which is also why I have a problem, Luke, and you asked this earlier. Dude, you're setting up one of the biggest bads in the MCU who is confirmed to be coming into the movies.
Yeah.
You're setting him up on this show?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of a waste, in my opinion.
Well, it's to give Riri some weight, or else you don't watch the show, bro.
Dude, there's another antagonist in the show. Spoiler alert again. He's the son of Obadiah Stane.
Yeah.
And his name is Ezekiel Stane or Zeke Stane. And the way they brought his character to the screen, so incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
The actor Aaron Aldenreich.
Yeah.
Han Solo.
He just ate up every scene.
Yeah, he was great.
His motivations are comic accurate. His attitude was comic accurate. You know, he wants to be a hero, but he's got all this baggage of his dad and all this other stuff that's just confusing the heck out of him. If they had just like gone with that character and focused on him as the big bad, I think you could have got more cohesiveness and coherentness out of the series.
I could see that.
I also think that the 6 episodes could have just been 2 hours. Like this could have been
tighten it up a bit. Yeah.
It could have been like a one shot or something.
Sure. Yeah. I think that would be a neat space for Marvel to explore more of, like the Werewolf by Night, you know, like, you know, Marvel and I mean DC for that matter too. I mean, one shots are such a big part of like comics lore, you know, like being able to have these like little one-offs that are, you know, sure connected to the overall like, you know, thread of a, you know, universe like Marvel or DC, but like, you know, not everything needs to have like 6 to 8 episodes behind it, you know, like I haven't watched all the episodes. Admittedly, I was in Canada last week. I was busy. I haven't even had time to like put this in front of me. And when I saw that like this was the big reveal, and then talking to Steven on, you know, chat and stuff, I was like, well, I have to try to watch this today. And that last episode was, you know, was great. And I will say, like, I mean, shoot, man, it does leave you at a spot where you're like, I kind of want to see what happens to her, because that seems weird. She would shake the devil's hand.
And then they cut it. Yeah.
There's got to be more to it.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're like, we don't like that. We don't like that. There's got to be more to it. They're probably going to be like, gotcha.
Yeah, but they're not getting an Ironheart season 2. 100%.
No, but we'll see something else in the future in some other show or movie.
Yeah, totally.
They started marketing it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's already
Luke,
done.
You had mentioned, I think you had mentioned earlier, this was the end of like phase 5 or something.
That's what I read. Yes, this would technically like be the end of phase 5. Yeah, the conclusion of phase 5. Mm-hmm. So, a character this big, he touches so many points in Marvel, and I mean, there's a lot of news about this character, and I'm sure it's going to direct people to go like at least watch this last episode to be introduced to this character. But to your point, also, Steven, like I hope this doesn't completely get buried, or I mean, I guess if they reintroduce him in some way, but like, dude, he touches Doctor Doom's family history. I mean, he touches cosmic stuff, like, Mephisto.
He makes Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he creates Ghost Rider. Yeah. Like, and that character is also coming down the pipeline for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like without a doubt. There's speculation, of course, but there is definitely like concrete things to point to that he's being developed. They could
redo Ghost Rider with a dark
Ryan
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Really? Is that the rumor? Oh.
I think it's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
All right,
they could
take back what I was about to say. So
there was a part in the show that I liked when Riri was like, "I know who you are. You're Dormammu," and he just starts laughing. Dude, he says something like,
"Who is Dormammu?"
He literally says like he can't even. I wouldn't even let him wipe my my butt.
Hole.
Yeah, my beehole or something. He's like, I wouldn't even let that demon touch me. Basically,
he laughs for like 30 seconds,
like right in her face. Dude,
Dormammu, my wife.
Yeah. My wife wipes my beehole for me.
And Dormammu is a big demon in the Marvel universe too. So like, and he was in, for anybody
Doctor
that's
Strange.
Diving all the way back, Doctor Strange 1. He was that big cosmic gambit at the end of that movie. And so for him to kind of set that up, like he's like, nah, I am way above that guy, is going to be exciting for the the real esoteric side, the magical side of the Marvel universe going forward. So very big news. But kind of a strange, way to get to this point too, I guess.
Well, I know,
just
like
tying up the loose ends.
This is the beginning of what is the three things that Feige said he wants to after phase 6, which is the end of the multiverse saga. They're gonna start. I don't even know if they're doing phase 7 or if they're just gonna like reboot everything.
Sure.
To phase 1 or whatever, but it's
the mutant saga.
There's the mutant saga. He said they're going to explore the 3 things: the mutants, the cosmic, and the supernatural.
Yeah. Yep.
And obviously Mephisto would be the big bad for the supernatural.
Cosmic. Yeah.
So
two of 3 are going to do well, I think.
I think Cosmic
2 of those 3 kind of beats.
I don't know if Cosmic does well. I'm sorry, I don't think the third one does well.
What I heard was the rumor that I heard was for Cosmic they were going to do
so much.
Nova. Yeah. Nova was going to take over the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That would be cool. Very cool.
And they're going to bring in Annihilus as the big bad for Cosmic.
Yes.
Dope.
Right?
One of my all-time favorite villains. Please let that be.
But getting back to Supernatural, you've got Ghost Rider, Blade, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange. Who else is on Midnight Suns?
Wolverine's
on it. Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is. Like I don't know. He was definitely in that comic series, but I don't know like what.
I think he is part of the team. He's in the game.
Yeah, that's true. He's in the Midnight Suns game too. Yeah. I'd have to go. That's a late 90s comic. I'll have to go back and read that.
Yeah.
They could get Jared Leto as Morbius back.
It's Morbin time, baby.
It's Morbin time.
I mean, they do have some magical characters, already stacked out. I mean, honestly, like if they were looking to alter it, like they typically slightly do with the MCU, I mean, Wanda could even be put into that bucket of the supernatural stuff, and fit in pretty well when they move her story down the road a little further.
They got werewolf.
That's
right?
true.
Werewolf by night. They got Man Thing.
Yep.
And then who was the girl? Elsa Bloodstone.
What's that?
Elsa Bloodstone.
So
yeah, they've got a whole MCU thing now for the supernatural stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't know if those are strong enough characters to carry that.
Blade
section. Blade, okay, but it's a new Blade.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they're all really good supporting characters.
I want to see Wesley Snipes, bro.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's just me. Retire.
But those characters alone, maybe not able to hold a movie. Those characters together could be a sick team movie.
Another Avenger-esque team up.
Dark Avengers.
All I'm saying is for the next 10 years, we're eating good.
Yeah.
Marvel.
There's plenty of content, right? There's plenty of for them to adapt.
They could literally release one cosmic, one mutant, and one supernatural movie per year.
Every year. Yeah.
In each season or whatever.
That'd be fine. I'd be fine with that.
And I'm happy with them, as they've kind of stated, as Feige has kind of stated, they're looking to scale back how many movies they put out in a year, how many shows. Like, I scale it back, give us the quality over the quantity. I'm fine with that. So, I'm just excited for what's next. This was a big reveal, and I know we're all really excited about it. So, just a strange vehicle for it to be debuted on, but that's okay. All right. That's it, boys. Marvel Minute.
Marvel Hour.
That's how I felt during.
To contribute.
That's how I felt during your workbench, Brian.
You put the camera on me.
Damn! Shots fired.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. If you enjoyed listening, feed that algorithm and leave a 5-star review. Be sure to include that cake emoji for John, even though he says no. You can follow me. You can follow me at Stevie.Cakes on Instagram, sometimes on X. Gentlemen, let the listeners know where they can find you. Raimi.
At Batch.com.
And John.
At pair_annoyed.
Luke.
At Alpha Ignition.
Thank you again, everybody, for listening to the. Oh, sorry, Brian.
At Comic-Con in 3 weeks.
At Lowe's, aisle 8.
Yeah. $250. Flat black spray paint, bro.
Ask for
the green tape. Frog tape. Thanks for playing.
Steven's losing it. Steven's
done.
You can catch me with my wife.
Right?
Have a great 4th, everybody.
Be safe out there.
Thank you again, everybody, for listening to episode 143 of the Dad Batch Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 144. And until next time, enjoy your spice responsibly.
John, I have a little Super Saiyan figure for you. Whoa. This is for you, dude.